so weird to be doing a video right now. I took a little hiatus because I had my baby. Finally had my baby. Let's see if I can actually get this video done because she is in her little swing sleeping right now. I don't know if you can hear the little music with it, but she's grunting already and I might have to get up in like 2 seconds and go get her. But anyway, I'll show her at the end of the video, or if she wakes up, I'll bring her in and officially introduce you to baby girl. So I am 3 weeks postpartum, and if you have been following along with my channel, then you know, or you've watched, the week by week. If not, if you're new here, then you can go back and watch little chats that I did throughout my entire pregnancy. It just feels so weird to be here and on the other side of having a baby. It's crazy. Today, we're gonna talk all things postpartum, what you're gonna need for recovery, and I'll just talk through my recovery, and literally everyone can be different depending on your labor, your delivery, your body. Like, it literally can change person to person. So I'll just share kind of what has been helpful for me and the things that have really helped me postpartum, like products and that kind of stuff. The light is shining right on my face. Here we go. So before we get into all the products and all the postpartum recovery things, I want to thank Mom Cozy for sponsoring this part of the video, and this goes hand in hand with the postpartum essentials. So this isn't something that is a part of the postpartum recovery, but it's definitely something you want and need postpartum if you choose to breastfeed or pump, and that is the double wearable electric breast pump, and it's the S9. And I have just started my pumping journey kind of this week, really. So like I said, I'm 3 weeks postpartum, and I just wanted to really establish the breastfeeding relationship with Sage and I and kind of get that established before pumping, and that's just kind of what I have found to be just my journey through it. But I do think that it's important for me to build a stash in the freezer just so that we can eventually introduce a bottle to her. Clark can feed her, or if I'm gone for more than 2 or 3 hours at a time, which I don't know if I will, but just to have it on hand, like if anything happens to my supply, I just think it's gonna be really important for me to have a stash in the freezer. And if you've watched some of my other videos, I actually was like trying to put together my pump that I got that's a different brand, and then like a hand express pump, and I have not used either of those because I've been using the Mom Cozy wearable pump, and it is incredible. You literally don't have to be plugged in. There's no wires, none of that. You literally can put it in your nursing bra or something that's, fitted against you, and turn that bad boy on and walk around and pump. So I really have loved this pump so much. There's no tube, there's no wire, which makes cleaning so extremely easy. And this way you can pump anywhere, anytime. So you can pump at home, you can pump at work, if you're on the go, literally while you're driving, you can be pumping. So it's portable, so it's easy to pack with you, to carry around, to store in the house. It does not take up a lot of space. So the breast milk flows into a spill-proof container, and I'll kind of just like walk you through how you can put it together. And that's another thing that I feel like pumps are so complicated, and there's so many pieces, and it's just a whole thing to navigate, at least for a new mom like myself. And this honestly is so easy to put together, it's so easy to clean, and it just takes the hassle out of everything. So the pumping unit has 5 adjustable suction power levels, so you can have a different power level as you're pumping. All parts are made from food grade silicone and contain no harmful substances, which I really appreciate. So there's no potential chemicals or anything going into your breast milk, so that you can be rest assured that the breast milk is 100% safe for your baby to consume. The recommended time to pump is around 8 minutes. So I went ahead and pumped for 8 minutes, and this is the amount that I got. So it was a little bit over 4 ounces, I believe, which is just gonna make this so easy for me to be able to quickly build up my stash, and like I said, to be able to introduce a bottle to her soon. So if you guys want to get your hands on a Mom Cozy portable breast pump, from now through December 7th, you can get 20% off using my code BART20. So I'll put that right here, and I'll also put that in this description box below. If you are past the date of December 7th, you can go ahead and use my code BART10, and that'll give you 10% off of all Mom Cozy products, not only just the S9 pump. So thank you again to Mom Cozy for sponsoring this part of this video. Now let's move on to all the postpartum recovery essentials. And she's crying, so let me go ahead and grab her really quick, and I'll introduce you to her. All right, so for the official introduction, here is baby girl Sage. She was just crying. She is the sweetest baby. I feel so lucky to be her mom. She's been such a gem. And again, this feels so weird because I filmed so many videos pregnant, and you know, you're pregnant for so long, like literally I was going into 10 months of being pregnant with her, and it just feels so cool to be on this side of it and have this little angel in my arms, you know. It's just, it's literally, it's wild. And I did post a video of us coming home from the hospital, so that's the only video that I've posted after having her. So I'm slowly getting into the flow of making videos again. I'm not gonna follow any kind of schedule right now, or at least like be strict on myself to follow a schedule. I just want to kind of soak her up and these, you know, first couple months and stuff like that. So we're just gonna take it a day at a time, but let's go ahead and talk about all things postpartum. Okay, so I will get into my labor and delivery birth story later. It was a wild experience, so I don't know, I'm just taking time to kind of process everything, and I will share it. I just don't know when I'm gonna have like the time and the mental capacity to like sit down and like go through the whole story. I will eventually, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, it's gonna be definitely a sit down chat that we're gonna have, because again, if you've been watching all the pregnancy videos, you kind of maybe have had an idea of like what I expected or what I desired for my labor and delivery, and basically none of that happened. Like they say, make a plan and then let it go, and that has never been more true for me. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about that specifically, put a comment below and then I'll be sure to answer that when I do eventually share. Again, I don't know when it'll be, but eventually I will share that, okay? Okay, first I'll just kind of talk through postpartum from, you know, the night she was born until where I'm at now, which I just turned 3 weeks postpartum yesterday. So I made sure to use my handy dandy notes, you know, to track this stuff so I can remember. I was able to have a vaginal delivery, so that was one thing that actually happened that I desired, so I'm really grateful for that. I'll just kind of give like a little tidbit on it so you can understand my postpartum a little bit better. So I labored for 40 hours, 40 full hours to get this little bean out, and I pushed for an hour and 15 minutes. So that might help just kind of gauge and make my postpartum make sense, you know, and again, everyone's different, but just from my perspective, this is kind of what's been going on with me. Okay. Managing a lot of people here. Ow. Okay, so let's talk about the first few days in the hospital. And for me, I was in the hospital for 6 days, which was a whole other thing that I'll talk about later. So the hospital is going to provide a lot of stuff for you. So you can come prepared with your own like female diapers or your own sprays and that kind of stuff. But honestly, they're gonna have so much for you and you can just keep asking for more. That's what I did. And you're gonna need the stuff that maybe you've bought yourself for postpartum. You're gonna need that when you get home. So just use what the hospital has and just utilize all that stuff. So the first couple of days, there's a lot of bleeding and even like gushes of blood, which is normal, and they'll be checking you to make sure that it's not like too much, you know. And I was very swollen down there because a baby just came out of my body. There's a lot of pressure. Like I said, I pushed for an hour and 15 minutes, so yeah, if you can imagine pushing for that long, like a baby coming out of you, of course there's gonna be a lot of pressure afterward. And everyone's gonna have their preference as far as like what stuff they liked better. So this is the hospital like underwear, boy short kind of things that they will provide for you. And then they're gonna provide pads for you too. And then you also will have those ice packs. So you can always use the underwear, you can put a pad on, and then I even put the ice pack on top of that. And then on top of the ice pack, I used the Tux Pads, which they provided me these, and they're basically just like witch hazel pads, and they're just like little pads like that. I would just line the pad or the ice pack with these, and it just helps relieve and like cool down everything down there. It helps with like the itching, burning, and just all the feels that you have down there. So these were amazing, and I only have like a couple left, but I used these the first full like week or so, like every single day, multiple times a day. These just gave me so much relief. I love them. Another thing that you will want to have is a Peri bottle. They're gonna provide a bottle for you, but it's not gonna look like this. It's gonna be like this kind of thing, and then just like a little spout on the top that you just squeeze. So this is really helpful for when you go to the bathroom after having your baby. And I got this on Amazon, and I'll make sure I link everything below that I have. This was really helpful because you just fill it with warm water, and then you like hold it down there, and as you're going to the bathroom, or even like after you go to the bathroom, you just spray that nice warm water on you. And this spout just helps to like obviously angle it the right way instead of having the bottle like this and you're trying to like spraying up at yourself and then you can't get the rest of the water in it. It's a whole thing. So this is actually worth it. This was like $10. So definitely get yourself one of these for sure. Another thing they're going to provide is this dermoplast, and I was kind of against using this because I have a natural one that I packed, which is this one. It's the Earth Mama brand, and it's just like all natural, like an herbal perineal spray. And I have been using this, but I got to the point where I was in so much pain that I was like, give me the hardcore stuff. Like, I can't even use that. I need the hardcore stuff. I need some relief, because I actually did not take any medicine after having the baby. Like, they came in and offered Motrin like a bunch of times, and because of my whole labor and delivery experience and going through so much, I was like, at this point, I can handle anything after that. And I already had stuff in my system for that, so I just didn't want to add on top of it. And I was like, I have a different threshold for pain, and this is me just being stubborn. Like, take the medicine if you want to. I just chose not to. But so yeah, I didn't take any Motrin or ibuprofen or anything like that after having the baby. Long story short, so I used this, but I did not use this in the hospital. I used it when I got home, because if you're using the ice pack, they'll tell you to not use this at the same time. I don't really know why. Maybe it's like too much cooling or something like that. But I used this when I got home and was in a lot of pain. I still have like a little bit left, but I don't think I'll need it anymore, but who knows, because every day different things tend to come up. So I have been using this at home. I don't even think I used this in the hospital at all, because I had all the other stuff going on. And then another thing that was super helpful was this Nipple Butter. And again, this is the Earth Mama brand. And just this, or like coconut oil, which is like basically the same thing. This has a little extra stuff in it, but having some kind of butter or oil or that kind of thing that's safe for you and a baby is important. But I use this a lot in the hospital. I still use this every single day, and I'll get into the other things that I've been using as well as far as nipple healing, but I'll get into that in just a second. So then, like, fast forward to like a week postpartum, I felt like my stitches, because I had to get stitches, I felt like they were kind of ripping a little bit, and that was super painful. So I tapped into the postpartum kit that I got on Amazon. I put it on my registry, and that came with a lot of different things. So I started using that stuff since I started to run out of the hospital stuff. So what comes in that is this nice boy short underwear, which I really like the fit of these better than the hospital ones. They're a little bit higher waist and they're more snug and they just feel better. And I've been using, I think it's Rail, I don't know. It's this brand. That brand, however you say it. So I had those pads on hand that I would line the underwear with. The postpartum kit that I got was the Freedom Mom kit. They also have the ice packs. So when I ran out of the ones from the hospital, I use this. You like bend it in half to like snap it, and then you shake it, and then you line your underwear with it. These perineal cooling pad liners. So very similar to the Tux, but these are like really long and they go like the whole length of a pad, which is really nice. So these are amazing. And then the healing foam. This stuff has been a godsend. I love this stuff. This has been amazing. I've been using this at home a lot. I haven't used this the last few days, but there was a point in time where this was very necessary. So this is gonna be definitely something you wanna have on hand. And I'm pretty sure you can buy all this stuff separately as well if you don't buy like the whole Freedom Mom kit. And then I do wanna talk about just the mental place that I've been at this point. And honestly, I've been feeling really, really good. I've had a couple moments where I was just extremely tired and I felt like the hormones coming on and just like super overwhelmed and anxious. But honestly, overall, I've been feeling really good mentally, and I haven't experienced the baby blues, and I hope that I don't, but I'll be open if that does start to happen. I'll talk to someone because I know it's very common. But as of right now, I feel really good, and I feel so grateful for that. At 2 weeks, I went on a longer walk. Did I mention this before? Like a few days after I got home, I went on a walk and it was way too much and I was in so much pain the next day. So if you overdo it, your body's gonna tell you, like, you need to rest. Like, you're gonna be bleeding more, feel more pressure, you're gonna think that you feel good, you can do things, but just don't let your body rest because it just is too much. Then at 2 weeks, I went on a longer walk, so it was the second walk that I tried, and I still felt like, oh my gosh, I overdid it, but I felt better with that walk, if that makes sense, but I haven't gone on one since. So then I did have my 2-week appointment with my midwife. It went great. She didn't check me physically, but we just talked through stuff, which was really, really nice. And everything that I've been talking about, she said, was totally normal, like that stitch feeling like it ripped, because they're starting to dissolve now. So as time goes on, they start to kind of like dissolve and loosen a little bit. So she's like, it's shifting, so it might feel like it's torn, but it's actually just a part of the healing process. And then I felt like my stomach was actually bruised, and she said that's totally normal too. Once I basically went through all of these, I just kept one so I could show you this stuff, but my favorite thing, honestly, are these, and I'm gonna open one and show you. These are that same brand, however you say it, but these are like literally female diapers, and so it's basically like underwear and a pad in one, so you get to just wear one thing instead of like lining all the things, and this is just great. It absorbs a lot. They're actually super comfortable, so these are my favorite thing that I've had postpartum, I think. And then if you want to line it with the cooling cloth or an ice pack or the foam, like, you still can do that, but I just found that these were super comfortable and functional. So yeah, these are great. So at 3 weeks now, I will wear these. I also bought some postpartum underwear that are like thicker and high-waisted. I got those on Amazon, I'll link those below. I am going through pads still every single day. The bleeding kind of comes and goes. The last couple of days I've actually been bleeding more, which is kind of weird. It is like a period, like it comes and goes, it's weird. I'm still having some of the pressure, it's not near as bad at this point. If I'm like in the kitchen for too long or just standing and not doing anything like too crazy, that's still overdoing it sometimes, and I can tell because I just get like a lot of the pressure. Oh, and hemorrhoids. Let's talk about that. I've had them and they suck. They hurt so freaking bad, and I've actually been using like the witch hazel on it. I even got Preparation H stuff because they're so bad and they hurt, and it's miserable. And they've kind of been around for a while, so I'm hoping that they start to go away because they're so painful. Yeah, that's what I'll say about that. Okay, so let's talk about breastfeeding, nipples, all the things. For me, I'm actually really enjoying breastfeeding. I'm very surprised. I thought this was gonna be very challenging for me. It is in the sense of like, my boobs are so like raw and it hurts. It literally feels like rug burn, but mentally, like the connection with it and everything, I feel really good, and I've been enjoying that and like us bonding together. So that's been really good. But as far as healing them, because I know over time they'll start to get better, but I've been using, you know, that nipple butter that I showed you. I'll use plain coconut oil, but then a few things that have been game changers, which, hold on, I'm wearing them right now, so let me show you. Okay, these little guys, so these are called the Silverettes, and they're basically silver little cups and shields that go right on your nipples, and they're supposed to help them, like, they're anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antimicrobial, so it's supposed to just like help them heal, apparently. Can't really tell a difference yet. I've only had them for a couple of days actually, but they're like 60 bucks, so they better work and they better be worth it. And then if you are breastfeeding, you will be leaking a lot, so where's my other one? So these little things are gonna be great. You stick these in your nursing bra, nursing tank, whatever, and this will help absorb all the milk that will leak out of your body, because as soon as she comes near me and if she's crying and it's time for her to feed, I just leak everywhere. Yeah, if you are home, maybe it doesn't matter, but if you're going in public, these have definitely been good to have. And then one other thing for nipple healing stuff are these Medela like soft shields, I think is what they're called. Okay, my camera is about to die, I need to hurry. Okay, so these are Medela, got them on Amazon, I'll link them. This little concoction here with a little like spongy thing underneath, you put it on and it helps to like air out, I think it goes this way. It like helps to air out your nipple so it can heal, and then this little spongy thing helps like catch any milk, so it will just help it absorb and not go all over you. So it's kind of a 2-in-1 kind of situation, but these have been amazing. So between all these nipple things, I'm hoping that they are okay eventually, but we'll see. Oh yeah, I forgot to do a body update. All right, so my line is still there and it goes off to the side because I don't understand why. So yeah, stomach has gone down a lot, but yeah, it's just like a little mushy, but yeah, I'm not mad about it. I love my body. It's all good. I birthed a human, so. Okay, so I think that's it. If I missed anything, please ask below. I'll make sure to answer any of the things that I missed because my brain is not working right now. So thank you so much for watching, and I'm glad to be back in the YouTube game-ish. If there's any specific videos that you guys want to see, let me know. If I can film them, I will. I know. Okay guys, well, we will see you in the next video, whenever that is. If you have not subscribed already, do that. Give this video a like if it was helpful for you at all. Again, any questions, put them below. My brain is not working. Okay, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.